Hey guys, I'm gonna do a short little reading for you today. See what Spirit has for the collective message today. I was being called to pull from the Fantasy Cat Oracle deck first, so we'll see what we get. That's exciting. We're gonna set the stage here. Hope you all are doing really well. It's supposed to get cold Wednesday where I'm at, so I hope that you all are staying warm. Spirit, what do you have for the collective today? What is the collective message? Oh, I'm so sorry. I was getting hearing from Spirit to do a Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine check-in. So Spirit, what is the energy of the Divine Masculine right now, please? Okay, I was totally feeling this today. All right. Watching. The DM is watching. They are preparing. They are scoping out the scene. They are seeing how they can swoop in. They are ready to go. I love this. I'm also hearing they are serious. They are, they're being very logical with their approach, I'm hearing. Let's see what the book has to say about that. Number 11, that's sick. I saw 1111 today, which is the number of twin flames. That is the number of new beginnings, of soulmate connection, of divine love. 11, watching, action, observe, advice, more information is needed. So they're gathering all of the information that they feel is needed in order to make their move, I'm hearing. The situation is unfolding. Allow for time to let things develop. Employ feline alertness to watch and wait for the right moment. Is the ultimate goal worth your effort and focus? So yeah, the Divine Masculine is waiting for the perfect moment. They are waiting for everything to align correctly and the divine to give them the green light, essentially. Is something bigger and better in store? Widen your view, open the aperture, and allow the unfolding to provide every option. What questions still need to be asked? I'm also hearing that they're double checking all the boxes. They are like, no way, Spirit. No way that this is actually real, that my Divine Feminine is actually here, that this is actually my person. They're in a state of awe, I'm hearing, of disbelief, of not questioning the divine, but like, are you sure? Like, is this actually real? Like, I've waited this long, I've held out for my Divine Feminine this long. Is it actually finally here? I'm hearing the Divine Feminine feels the same way. I'm also hearing, I can't quite put it into words, but like a sense of divine timing has had the partners hold on to faith in such a way that it's like the sense of time that both expected for their divine counterpart to come in, it's just past that. So they're like, even though like they've been anticipating this and they've known this is coming, it's like now they're just like, what? For real? Is this actually real? Because divine timing works differently than 3D physical realm timing. I don't know exactly if I'm explaining that in the best way, but I hope I'm getting the message across there. It's like because of that difference in time, it's causing the couple to be like, for real, are we sure here? Are there any catches? Like, because I thought it was time before. Is it actually time now? Like, that kind of feeling. Kind of like Spirit's playing with them almost. Spirit says they are not playing with you. That you've been through enough. You've been through enough games as is. Spirit would never play with you. Divine timing is very real, and it's here, Spirit says. So Spirit says, trust it. Spirit's laughing along with the collective. I love that. What questions still need to be asked? What information is still required? Do some detective work on your own. I was getting this from the Divine Masculine. It's like they're trying to hint at things. They're trying to get in the Divine Feminine's energy in small ways, or like test the waters essentially, and try and gain information through, say, asking their friend, or like asking the community about them, or looking them up online and researching them, or different things like that. Or like asking, a specific example is like, asking like a question to a group of people, hoping that the Divine Feminine will answer as well, and they'll get to learn more about the Divine Feminine, which I think is really cute. So they're trying to gather all of the information before they make their move. They don't want to make a fool of themselves. They want to know exactly the way to approach their Divine Feminine, and they're testing the waters in a sense as like I was saying, is this really real? Like, is this actually my person? I've been hurt so many times. I've been through so much. Is this actually my person? So they're, again, testing the waters. They're kind of testing the Divine Feminine in a completely healthy, okay way, but Spirit's saying there's no need to test. Testing is still testing, and so Spirit's saying that this energy is being worked out in the Divine Masculine energy so that they can build that trust in their Divine Feminine and in this connection, this divine connection, and therefore their trust in Spirit. It's really encouraging the Divine Masculine to lean on Spirit and to seek their guidance and seek their information through Spirit, because Spirit knows all. All they have to do is ask. All they have to do is trust and believe. Yeah, but the Divine Masculine, being more of the physical realm, is trying to seek physical ways of gaining information, I'm hearing. Ask allies to gather information for you. Exactly what I was talking about. This allows you to make your next move with grace and effectiveness. So I'm hearing they may be talking to their friends, they may be talking to people in the community, or that know the Divine Feminine. They're trying to plan the best approach. Yeah, so they can shoot their shot, I'm hearing. Do not let personal hunger, cravings, and greed move you before the moment is ripe. Spirit says for the Divine Feminine, just because the Divine Masculine is not making a move currently does not mean they are not interested in you. They want this to be seamless, I'm hearing. They want this to be angelic, I'm hearing that. What a powerful word. But like, they're wanting things to go very smoothly and not have any hiccups, not have any little road bumps. They want to make sure that this, like they're saying, comes across with grace, moves in grace and effectiveness. So they're waiting for divine timing. Rewards are reaped for those with patience. I'm hearing this is testing the Divine Masculine's patience, that they want to just swoop in very badly. Another thing is they kind of just want to get it over with because the anticipation is killing them, I'm hearing. Aww. They want to just rip it off like a band-aid. I'm hearing that the Divine Feminine somewhat intimidates the Divine Masculine because the Divine Feminine is in a very powerful and confident energy right now. They have their ish together. And the Divine Masculine sees that, and it's a sense of pressure in a way of like, I gotta be on my game, I gotta be on my toes, I gotta be ready here. So that's a sense of like just wanting to do it, just wanting to get it over with so that they don't have to think about it obsessively or think about it so much that they possibly make a mistake. They just want to do it. But Spirit says, rewards are reaped for those with patience. Gotta wait for divine timing if they want everything to go smoothly. It's kind of tricky there. It's like, looks like the opposite, but waiting for divine timing, waiting for the energy to be ripe and ready, and for the both to be fully aligned, fully ready for this connection, is the best way and the only way, I'm hearing, for a successful divine connection to come together and last. Stay still and observe. Gifts are bestowed on those with perseverance. Cats are the active observers of any situation they are interested in. Become the active observer by allowing full embodiment of the moment. Emotions should slip away. Do not think or calculate, simply observe. So it's saying, Spirit's saying for the Divine Masculines to be in the moment, be present. Do not give too much into the 3D mind. It can be very helpful and very needed in situations, but this is not one of those times, Spirit says. Spirit says this is a time of trust and analyzing, then taking action. In those orders, I'm hearing, in that order. Yeah, emotions should slip away. Do not think or calculate, simply observe. Spirit says that the Divine Masculine should try not to overcomplicate by overcalculating and slipping into their ego self of trying to overplan, I'm hearing. Or over-stress about the situation in a sense of thinking of all of the possibilities, thinking of all of the things that could go wrong. Just observe, just trust, just act, Spirit says. Or just trust, just observe, just act. Put desires on the back burner to become a neutral tracker. Then big picture comes into focus and all relevant details will be revealed. Yeah. Do not get caught up in the details of things, about how all of this is going to unfold, and about checking all the boxes and making sure every single moment, every single action goes right and looks right in the 3D and all of that. To focus on the big picture. I used to get in that. I'm a very detail-oriented person, and I used to sometimes slip in the mindset of getting so into the details of things that I would obsess about the way I was functioning in the world, forgetting this happened a lot when I was younger. I would obsess about those things and think that like my classmate is going to remember the facial expression I have when I'm looking at the board. Like little tiny things like that. Like, then as I grew older, I realized, oh, that person doesn't even remember I exist anymore, because now 5 years have passed and like they're not going to remember my facial expression when I was looking at the board. Just as an example, like it's that kind of mentality of like Spirit's encouraging the Divine Masculine to drop all of that, drop all the stress, drop all of the hoping everything appears perfect. None of that will matter in the grand scheme of things. None of that will matter. Spirit's also saying the Divine Feminine loves the Divine Masculine unconditionally. They don't care what their hair looks like, if they're having a bad hair day. They don't care if they stutter when they're trying to flirt with you. They don't care about those things. They care about your heart. They care about your passion. They care about your devotion to the divine connection, etc. The things that really matter in the grand scheme of things. So Spirit's saying to find solace in that, DMs. Find peace in that. Find rest in that. Find I can't think of the word, but like get emotional about that. That is beautiful that someone can love you in that way. That someone can love you as the divine loves you. Focus on that, DMs. That's your encouragement from Spirit. That is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. So wow, we got a lot just from one card. And I said this was going to be a short reading, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Okay. Spirit, please, what do you have for the Divine Feminine energy? What is the Divine Feminine's energy at this time, please? What is the Divine Feminine's energy at this time, please, Spirit? Dreaming. Yeah, the Divine Feminine is in a dreamy state. I can relate. I'm hearing they want it to happen now. They are in this same anticipating energy as the DM. I'm hearing like they just want it to unfold now. Because there are some things that are unseen in the physical realm that still need to align and come together before this divine connection comes together. But in the physical realm, things look as if they're aligned. They look as if, for the DF, that all the boxes are checked. They look like it's go time, right? Like, it looks as if there's nothing else to do. So they're definitely in a dreamy state. They're definitely in a state of like, what else can I do but just fantasize about this happening now? Spirit says for the DF that there are some physical things that do still need to align, particularly in financial matters for the DF, and building that true foundation, that solid foundation that will stand a lifetime. This is not only for the Divine Feminine, this is for the divine connection, and this is for their family line. It is so much bigger than the DF may see in the physical realm. Wow. So, and this is number 3. I love the number 3. That's a favorite number of mine. It is the number of the Holy Trinity. That connection between Spirit spirit in the 5D, in the spiritual realm, spirit in the 3D, the Holy Spirit, and ourselves. Spirit, that whole connection, and how we are the divine incarnated. That connection flows through us in a way that is closer than we may realize here in the physical realm. So that's also reminding me of this beautiful connection that we have to the physical realm, but that also separates us from our spiritual knowing, from our spiritual knowledge, and just how all of that relates. And Spirit is guiding us to have patience, just like the DM, as things unfold and trickle down to the 3D. Spirit says to find joy, to find peace, to find true fulfillment in the wait. Knowing that the divine fully has us in his hands, in their hands. Knowing that the divine fully has control, and releasing the ego's control. This is a message for both the DM and the DF I'm hearing. Releasing. This is so cool. This is the final act of, how do I word that? Of proving our true commitment to the divine. This is our final act of showing the divine how much we fully trust in them. This is us solidifying that divine connection and truly embodying it as a lifestyle. As a lifestyle that not only pushes us onto the next timeline, into our new beginning, into our future, but is carried on throughout the future and is able to ricochet out into the world and be as a light, be as an example of the close connection that humans are meant to have with the divine. That is what we are here for as light workers, is to be that example. Wow. That's so cool. Oh my goodness. Okay. These cards are coming out. I see why Spirit said to start with these cards. I mean, it's really just a starting point, a jumping off platform for Spirit to just speak through me, for me to receive these divine downloads and messages. Spirit didn't need to lay it all out in tarot form and explain the story and all of that. Spirit was just like, just give me one word and I will speak through you. I will give you what you need to understand and relay to the collective. That is just so beautiful. Let me take a little break. Wow, guys. Spirit is coming through today. Nothing gets me more excited than Spirit. Spirit speaking through me, speaking through the collective, and shining their light on the world, because boy, do we need more and more of that with every single day, every single step we take, right? So number 3, dreaming, action, imagine. Spirit says with the divine feminine, where we can't, well, and the divine masculine, where we can't take action or see action happening in the physical realm yet, transfer that energy over to our imagination. Our imagination is limitless. Whatever we dream, whatever we imagine, comes into being. We hold that power through the divine. Spirit is saying, use this time to prepare our manifestations and add on to our manifestations, tweak our manifestations, perfect them, really fine-tune them as to the things that we may have overlooked, we may not have focused on when we were first manifesting this future, this new beginning, this divine connection into the 3D. We may have just been more focused on, this is what I would like my future to look like. This is the type of person I would like to have in my future as my partner. This is the type of career I would like to have. This is the type of vision I have for myself. This is the type of purpose I feel that I've been given from the divine and would like to share with the world. Spirit says, get deeper into that. Truly picture every detail, every aspect of our manifestations. And a helpful way to do this, I'm going to personally do this now that Spirit's relayed this to us, it's just putting it down on paper, because sometimes my mind can get quite disorganized, and so it could just be really helpful to write out some topics of your manifestations. And then underneath that, you could even make a little bubble chart with the topic in the middle, and then out from that, the details of that. Get really fine-tuned into what exactly you would like. And receive those downloads through the divine. That is a way that we can progress our manifestations faster, I'm hearing, and ensure our readiness and ensure our manifestations' readiness and their true alignment with our growth, I'm hearing. The advice is to follow your intuition. So that's relating to me to Spirit saying to seek the divine in the details of our manifestations. Your subconscious mind knows the way. Trust the whispers of your dreams. Wow, that's so cool. Sorry. I'm thinking like, okay, Spirit's telling me that like, where we can't see a physical path yet, we're dreaming it into reality, we're manifesting it, but we can't physically see the way. We will get intuitive downloads about which step to take, but the whole path is not lit. We can only see our feet. We can only see the next step, the next stepping stone right in front of us. Spirit is saying, when we feel that way, to dive into our intuition, to trust in our manifestations and our internal guidance system in showing us that way. And a way that we can visualize that in the physical realm is through mapping that out. from our intuition. Really connecting with ourselves, with our past journeys from past lives, and from those who came before us, people around us in our community that have led a spiritual path. Take advice from their stories to create our own. Spirit says this will help us to not feel alone, not feel in the dark. We will create options for ourselves with each step we take. We will be able to, therefore, seek the divine more in that way and truly picture, it's like we'll be able to transfer that spiritual path into a physical path when we do that. And personally, I'm going to write it all down on paper because I'm a very visual person, and I'm even getting a little lost in my thoughts right now trying to relay this message. So it's like, really draw it out. Really write down each step. Like Spirit's saying that just ask and the divine will deliver. The divine will tell you exactly the things you need to be focusing on, exactly what the next step is. And Spirit says we can do that in the moment, but if we're feeling like we want the future here now, map it all out on paper, map every single step out to where we can see the whole path in front of us and we're no longer in the dark. Spirit's saying if you are a visual person, that may really help you to have even more trust in the divine right now, to see it in the physical realm. Wow, that's very neat. That's advice for the DM and the DF. It says, embrace inner symbols. Listen to intuitions and give yourself over to psychic impressions. Spirit says pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that you are receiving. They are confirmations of where you are at on your journey, encouragement, and advice, or I can't think of the word, but like they are downloads to help you understand what action to take. It says balance on the threshold. Yeah, Spirit says they are speaking to us through our intuition, through our psychic impressions, as it calls them. That is how we will understand that we are on the right path, that what we are doing is aligned with what Spirit wants for us, that is aligned with our divine destiny, our purpose here on earth. To trust in those signs, synchronicity, symbols. If you are not receiving those, if you feel out of touch with the divine, if you feel lost on your path, Spirit says take a step back. Spirit says analyze where you are on your path, the decisions that have led you to the point you are at, analyze the things around you, what needs to go, what Spirit is highlighting to you to focus on. Then wait for those confirmations, wait for those signs and synchronicities to show up that will show you you are making progress towards getting on the correct path. Spirit says no matter where you are on your journey, Spirit is with you. You are never alone. You are never alone. It says balance on the threshold. Reach beyond the veil. I'm hearing imagine the unimaginable. See the unseen. Try things that no one else has ever tried. That's what we're here to do, is bring new life to the planet. To show this world things that they have never seen. It says, speak to ancestors, converse with ghosts, engage with darkness, play in your shadow, tickle your inner child and charm your ancient elder self. Spirit's saying, don't fear the shadow, don't fear the darkness. It's saying to play in it, to turn the darkness into light, to have a lighthearted spirit about those tough times, for example, to put a positive spin on it. To play with your shadow, I'm hearing, like when you're a kid and you may be scared of your shadow, scared of your own shadow, to instead turn around and play with your shadow. Make fun symbols with it or whatever. Like, Spirit says, bring a lighthearted energy to those tough moments. And this is what will pull you through even quicker and ensure that you are on your correct path. It says, the sky is as infinite as the depth of your soul. Your dreams care not for the trappings of the material world. In dreams you are free. Spirit says, don't chain yourself to the 3D. Right now it may seem as if time is moving slow. Then take time out of the equation. Don't live in the 3D. Live in your dreams. Live in your own timing, Spirit says. Which is divine timing. That's very neat. Okay. Don't limit yourself by the world, Spirit's saying. Or the illusion that the world may project to you of how things are manifesting. That is not the truth. Wow, okay. Allow yourself to fly. Follow the intuitions of your imagination. Embark on waking and sleeping dreams. Recall information that has been lost. Look deep and water the inner well. The cat looks and observes. Be like the cat. Know yourself to know the past, present, and future. Personally, I've been getting very vivid dreams lately. Like astral traveling, and Spirit saying try to use that for your advantage. The Spirit is showing you things through your dreams that are to give you more insight about your past, present, and future. The cat looks and observes. Be like the cat. Know yourself to know the past, present, and future. Wow. Cats often engage in dream states while awake, preferably in rays and triangles of hypnotic sunshine. Follow the sun to discover your inner moon. Allow the warmth and fantasy of sunlight to lull you into dream states. I've also been tapping into the sun a lot more recently, and sometimes I'll be driving and I'll just feel myself like loosen up and just like drift off into literally a higher state of being. And I'll just be singing along to my music and just completely disconnected from the world. It's such a beautiful feeling. And then I'll all of a sudden, come back to reality and look around and see the cars around me and like feel the energy of the people around me. And it's like so cool that the collective has the ability to do that now. It really shows our growth and our strength through the divine. that we're able to embody that higher level state of being here in this dense dimension. Spirit says, that's beautiful. Keep shining. Keep doing our thing, Spirit says. Spirit says that is a beautiful example to those around us, that they can do the very same. We are not limited by the 3D realm. We are not limited by our physical state of being. Okay, it says, catnap often, curl up in the light and allow warmth to overtake your being while going on an inner journey and lucid dream. Explore all fantasies in a dream state first, before bringing this reality to your life. Test the waters first, experiment, play, and go deep. Spirit's saying that is some advice for the DM too, to explore all fantasies in a dream state first, before bringing this reality to your life. Test the waters, experiment, play, and go deep. Spirit says, in a spiritual sense, in a dream state, in the spiritual realm. Experiment with everything. Try different things out. Be the version of yourself, any version of yourself that you want to be. Spirit says this is a way that you can more fully, test the waters, than in the physical realm. Spirit says the DM may not be seeing the outcomes they want from testing the water in the physical realm because the physical realm is so limited. Spirit says, try doing this in the spiritual realm and you will see divine masculines. How cool. Just wait and see, Spirit says, how much this divine connection is for you. That's beautiful. Okay. Wow, I never thought I would do such a long reading on 2 cards, guys. The DM's energy, the DF's energy. Gorgeous. I mean, really gorgeous. I love these cards. The Fantasy Cat Oracle deck is gorgeous. Really tapping into our cat-like energy at this time. Our intuition. That higher state of being. I'm hearing to get a word of advice from the tarot deck for each counterpart. Spirit, what should the DM be focusing on at this time, please? What is their advice for what they should be focusing on at this moment in time concerning the divine connection, please? Okay, so this is letting go of all karmic energies. This is letting go of any player tendencies. This doesn't have to be actual, the full meaning of the word player, but this sense of testing the water, this sense of using their ego, using, even just in slightly ways, manipulative behaviors to seek more information. Also using things like their body, seductive ways of trying to gain attention or energy from the divine feminine. This is advice to totally reshift the DM's mentality around the DF and what the DF is attracted to and what the DF is drawn to and what lights that fire for the divine feminine. This is not just any feminine. This is not a karmic feminine. So this is encouraging the DMs to release that karma, to release those patterns of what worked in past relationships, of what... And I'm also hearing that this is encouraging the DMs to realign their focus towards valuing their divinity and understanding that that is what attracts the divine feminine, is quite the opposite of the karmic feminine. The things that the karmic feminine would think are lame or uncool or that is the things that the divine feminine is going to be extremely attracted to. So, letting go of the false sense of self, letting go of that ego, understanding that with the divine feminine, the DM can be their true soul self, and that is more than enough. That is the whole package to the DF. That is the way that these divine connections are meant to be, are meant to unfold. Wow. Spirit's also guiding the DM to take time away from the world, to go into hermit mode and really connect with themselves and find out who, I was hearing that me dropping the card is losing that false self and finding who that soul self is that the world has pushed away for so long, that the DM has not felt safe enough to embody in this realm with the situations and circumstances they've been in that have been karmic. This is just a small detail, but this is, for example, finding out how flirty energy can be used in a divine way. How that sensual energy can be used in a divine way. How they can still be, how they can combine essentially their 3D and 5D self, their ego and their soul. So they don't have to completely lose those old ways of being that no longer fit who they are, who they've grown into, or the connection that is aligning with them now. They don't have to fully drop that old self and fully come into a new state of being, but transfer, realign those energies. I hope that makes sense. Like, find ways to spin those states of being around. You can still be flirty, you can still have fun, you can still do all of those things while putting the divine first, while seeking the correct things, while having the correct morals and values and outlook for your future. This is light years beyond or away. I'm hearing it's light years more attractive to the divine feminine to see this maturity than it is to see the karmic version of the masculine. Yeah, Spirit's saying this is the encouragement for the divine masculine to truly step up into their name, divine masculine. This is a graduation for the divine masculine. This is a crowning of that emperor status I'm hearing. Wow. Thank you so much. All right, Spirit, advice, please. Excuse me. What does the divine feminine need to focus on? What is their advice, please, to focus on right now towards the divine connection? We have the Three of Swords. This is pain. This is heartbreak. This is the divine feminine's heart being shattered. This is being stabbed in the back. Spirit says that they are encouraging the divine feminine to look past all of the pain and hurt they have been through, to look past all of their past, to believe that love exists, to believe that no matter how many times they've been stabbed in the heart, no matter how many times their heart has broken, that it has healed. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this reading right now for the collective. Spirit says this is proof that our hearts have healed. Therefore, true love does exist because we are manifesting that in. We are aligning with that as we heal our hearts, which Spirit has given us the power to do. Spirit says, do not let this Three of Swords fool you. Do not let your past fool you. Do not project your past experiences into the present moment or the future. Spirit says to really focus in on healing the past, on learning what Spirit is trying to show us about our past, why we went through those things, how they were lessons, spiritual lessons, in order to help us evolve and grow into the person we are now. In order for us to... I'm hearing like have a heart of gold. Spirit says we've always had a heart of gold, but develop like a heart of steel. They say when a bone breaks, it heals stronger. That's like our heart in this sense. Every time our heart has broken, we have built ourselves back up even higher. We have healed our heart even stronger. That is gorgeous. Spirit says that is how we are able to have a divine love now. Spirit says we incarnated with the divine's love. Some of us as children were ready for a divine connection. We knew what that looked like because we have had many lives, because we have the knowledge of the universe, because the divine flows through us as chosen ones. Spirit says that's why we had our heart broken so many times, because when we incarnate, we aren't at the evolution state as we were the last life, for example. Or we don't have the experience in the physical realm as we did and do in the spiritual realm. So we still have to go through all of those experiences. Spirit says that is why we had our heart broke so many times. That is why no matter how much we loved people, no matter how hard we tried in karmic situations, they still ended in heartbreak because they were karmic situations. We didn't realize that fully at the time because we were seeing things from a higher level perspective, thinking that these were divine connections, right? Because that's what we were used to. Being immediately incarnated from the spiritual realm, that's what we were used to. We were used to being loved back in an unconditional way. And so we expected that. And in a sense, created an illusion for ourselves, which for many of us was heavily backed and influenced by those karmics because they played off of that. They created that illusion, or, like I was saying, backed off of that. Saw that we believed in that way and used that to their advantage to hurt us even more. Spirit said we had to go through these karmic connections as spiritual lessons to evolve into the person we are now. Every person has to start from somewhere, being newly incarnated. No matter how old your soul is, still got to start from zero on this plane. Spirit says, do not take that upon yourself. Spirit encourages the divine feminine to release all of that with the understanding that it was essential to our learning, which is essential to our evolution. We would not be the person we are today without going through this. There is no other way to get to the point we are at. Many people, I'm hearing, disregard the divine feminine. They think that they are, quote unquote, spoiled, or just get things handed to them, or are just highly favored by the divine, and that's just how it goes. No. Every single one of those people has to go through the darkness. Every single one of those people has to face the devil. They have to face this pain, this hurt, this betrayal, all of the terrible things that this realm offers. Yeah. That's how we are gifted with the strength that we have. That's how we are able to see things from a higher perspective. That's how we are able to access true unconditional love and have that close relationship with the divine. Spirit says, wear this like a badge of honor, because that's what it is. We got our t-shirt, guys. We did this thing. We passed the test. You know, we leveled up, like in a video game sense. Wear this as a badge of honor, Spirit says. Do not let the illusions of the world make you fall prey to this energy, or feel, or let it take your power away, Spirit says. Let it do the complete opposite. Let it empower you, because this is proof of your strength, that you could go through all of this and more. Many of us could go through even more and still heal. That's the power of the divine. And that's how many in this realm would not stand a chance if they went through the amount of heartbreak, betrayal, pain, backstabbing that we went through, because they don't have the divine on their side. Because they have not been through as much as we have. They don't have as much experience or as much connection to the divine and evolution within their soul. Do not let these people deceive you, or the world deceive you. Again, Spirit says, wear this like a badge of honor. And let it instill hope, trust, renewal, that true love does exist. Because we've seen the worst of it. It doesn't get any worse. We have seen how dark this world gets. We have seen how far it can go. Spirit says, there's no way things can get worse. We've already been at the bottom. Now it's our time to be at the top. That's beautiful. Like the wheel of fortune, the wheel is turning. Wow. Yeah, it's like yin and yang. There's two sides to everything. We've seen the worst of it. Now let's see the best of it. All right, I'm going to leave off on that note. That's just absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Sorry. This was a real quick reading, guys. Thank you for sticking around if you did. Spirit was just flowing through me today, and I really appreciate that. I hope you all are doing well, and stay warm out there. And I'll see you in the next video, soul family. Love you. Bye.